On the superolateral surface, the principal sulcus is the central sulcus that cuts the supraomedial border. In front of central sulcus, we can see another prominent sulcus which is also going downward, but it is not cutting the supraomedial border. That is called the precentral sulcus. And behind the central sulcus, there is again another sulcus parallel to the central sulcus, that is called the postcentral sulcus. So, the part of elevation of brain in between the precentral sulcus and central sulcus is called the precentral gyrus. It is the motor cortex, primary motor cortex, area number 4. Whereas the part of the cortex in between the central sulcus and postcentral sulcus from the postcentral gyrus, that is primary sensory cortex, area number 3, 2 and 1. In front of this, if we go, that is totally part of frontal lobe. In the frontal lobe, there are some longitudinally oriented sulci. Those are the superior and inferior frontal sulcus. Those are the superior and inferior horizontal sulcus, and in between them there are the frontal gyri. Above the superior horizontal sulcus there is area number 6 or the premotor area, and below it there is the supplementary motor area or area number 8. Now behind area number 3 to 1, here over the parietal lobe we get the area number 5, that is the secondary sensory area or the supplementary sensory area. Even behind this parieto-occipital sulcus, that is purely the occipital lobe area. In this occipital lobe, one sulcus is very prominent again on the medial surface, that cuts this, but partially cuts this posterior pole. This sulcus is called the calcarine sulcus. Now you can see the calcarine sulcus meets the parieto-occipital sulcus in front. So a part of triangular part of brain in between the parieto-occipital sulcus above and the calcarine sulcus below forms the triangular area called the cuneus. Now this calcarine sulcus is the area for the visual sense. So there lies the area number 17, primary visual cortex. Along with it, if we go further on the superolateral surface, we get area number 18 and area number 19. They will assist in this sense. Now over the temporal area, now there are two temporal sulci. Again they are parallel to the lateral sulcus. These two are the superior and inferior temporal sulcus. So there are three areas in between them. Therefore, above the superior temporal sulcus lies the superior temporal gyrus. In between superior temporal and inferior temporal lies the middle temporal gyrus, and below the inferior temporal sulcus lies the inferior temporal gyrus. The lateral sulcus, as it was coming posteriorly, even before that, that gives two further projection or sulci, and they further divides the area below the frontal lobe into three portions, and they are the anterior and superior limbs. Anterior and middle chilo na এই জায়গাটা কাট করি একটু মাঝখানে